Hey guys, my prison experience series.
What's up everybody? It's your girl Shala, Promostk. Alright, that should be a good one. Eating good in the neighborhood. And as you can see by the title, you guys, a lot of people have been knowing what type of food prisoners eat. I'm gonna go ahead and bless my food and we're gonna get on in the conversation. Dear Lord, thank you for this food. Let this food be nourishment to my body. In Christ Jesus I pray, amen, amen. I got some mashed potatoes and some good old fried chicken. I'm gonna put a little honey. Let me put my bib on, y'all. Y'all forgot to tell me, put that bib on, girl, put that bib on. This one says, let's eat because I'm hungry. Y'all hear me? I'm hungry. Put a little honey on this chicken. How many of y'all out there like honey on your chicken? I didn't know anything about honey on chicken. I forgot who I saw eating it on their chicken. And I got my hot sauce. Oh yeah. Yeah, I may see me sweating now. Cause the chicken already spicy. All right, let's get started. I must say, when I first started at my prisons that was at, they told us, oh, you don't have to worry about bringing your lunch. We feed all our staff. We have a cafeteria. You don't have to worry about going anywhere. I'm like, wow. This is the first time I've ever been to a place where they feed their employees for free. So I would go down to a little cafeteria for them, the staff. Lo and behold, inmates were serving. Inmates were serving the food to the employees. They were back there cooking and prepping in the kitchen. Of course, officers were overseeing them. But again, cameras are not everywhere. So I'm like, man, what in the world? What if an inmate don't like an officer? Or don't like me because I'm in the mailroom thinking I'm holding their mail and not giving them their mail or returning their mail and they put something in my food. I'm like, but I started eating back there. Sometimes I sit back in the little cafeteria area and eat while I bring my food back to the mailroom and sit in my office and eat. We used to get all kinds of complaints from the inmates about the food. Sending grievances. And like I say, you know, I'm new. I haven't been in that long as an employee. And I'm thinking, they just complaining because we eat the same food they eat. Well, y'all know how rumors are, right? Rumors flow like a river. So, a couple of my clerks were talking, you know, like, we eat the food, but don't eat the beans. I'm like, don't eat the beans. They said no, because there's worms in the beans. I'm like, what? So the inmates' grievances were true. When they were saying worms was in their beans. And I mean, they pretty much feed on beans almost every day. And what the answer back to the inmates was, y'all probably know already from my title. The worms was their protein. Y'all. Needless to say, I stopped eating that cafeteria. I started bringing my own lunch, or I'd leave the compound and go grab me some food from somewhere else. Now, that food be looking good. But just because it look good, don't mean it is good. The most favorite thing I think that was there, that I think everybody, staff and all, went to get was the burgers. They go down there and get them burgers. They have burgers like maybe once or twice a month. I wouldn't even get a burger. But you better be putting nothing else on my plate. Oh my goodness. Now, the food used to come from whatever distributor. Now, what I don't understand is, how can you get away with worms being in your canned beans? And the cheese, we call that prison cheese, because that cheese would not melt. I don't care how much you heated that cheese up in that microwave, that cheese will look the same way it looked before you put it in there. So, inmates that did not have relatives that would put money on their books would have to eat that food, no matter what they were being served. And the inmates that had money put on their books, they would take their food that they would get from the canteen, and they would trade favors. And this was during the time inmates were still allowed to smoke cigarettes. They were like, hey man, I give you a honey bun if you give me 1 or 2 cigarettes. And trust me, they kept a list of what somebody owed them. So when, or they knew something was coming on the plate that they wanted, they'd say, hey, you owe me this, so I want this off your plate. And that inmate had to give it to him. And if that inmate didn't, oh Lord, they fight. I'm telling you, they fight to kill over disrespect. And disrespect was saying you're going to pay them back something and you don't do it. And you deliberately don't do it. So it was considered contraband if you traded, you know, But of course, inmates, they did it. They tried it. Officers weren't everywhere. So we had a lot of, excuse me. We had a lot of inmates that was considered indigent. Meaning, they never got money put on their books. So, we had to, in the mailroom, allow them an outlet so they could request to get indigent mail, which means we supply them with stamps and envelope, and they could write up to 5 people a month. That was a good thing. But we have people, inmates, take advantage of that. They give their indigent mail to somebody that maybe wasn't allowed to write to certain people outside of those gates. And we got a list every month of the people that the Florida Department of Corrections deemed as indigent. Inmates are gonna find any avenue they can to get what they can. Yeah, I know I don't like the drums, but it's still me. Not my favorite. And some inmates were bullied by other inmates. Because, you know, you're going to have a strong and you're going to have a weak. And they took advantage of that. Especially the inmates coming in there that was young and scared. First time in the system. And that's why they would affiliate themselves with the gang. And they were all, I ain't gonna name them all. I ain't gonna name them. It was so many gangs. I never even heard of a gang like that. I'm talking like in prison. We had to decipher in letters when they were trying to talk to each other in gang code. We had intelligence guy on the scene, and if we had some mail that came in that looked like it had gang affiliations, then we would have to scan it before we get it to the inmate, send it to the intelligence officer that didn't determine if it was gang affiliations, somebody getting ready to start a fight. Or gonna kill somebody. I'm not gonna lie. It's scary working in the prison system. But you cannot let the inmates know you're scared. That's first and foremost. You cannot let them know. You know, like just a dog, and people tell you, if you see a dog, don't run from them. Don't act scared, they won't attack you. Same way with a lot of inmates. Because you got a lot of inmates been treated so bad, all they want to do is attack. You got some inmates that attack because they ain't gonna be getting out. Those are the ones you really gotta watch. The inmates are in there for life. They don't care if they catch another charge. Those are the ones you need to watch out for. There was a lot of them there. They kept them separated. But again, once they open that door, general population get out there in that rec yard. Unless you're in confinement, you're on that rec yard. Don't let our fight break out and the warden's out there in that compound and somebody make them hostage, because we were trained in our training courses that if an inmate gets the warden or assistant warden, but mainly just to get the warden and hold him hostage, the warden then becomes just another person. He cannot negotiate and say, open the gate because I'm the warden. No, can't do that. Can't do that. He has no authority at all. Ooh, that was good. Yeah. So anytime someone is taken hostage, whether it's in a staff, officer, warden, they have no authority. But mainly the warden being taken hostage, because the warden is over that prison. He's over that facilities. And I'm telling you, we had to do some drills in circumstances where the warden was being held by Shank, and the inmate was saying, "Open this door, open the door. I'm gonna kill him. I'm killing him. I'm killing him right now, right in front of you. I'm killing him right now." And then the officers be like, "Oh, what am I gonna do? Oh, I gotta open the gate." No, can't open that gate. If they kill him, they just kill him. One life gone, but 1,000 saved. That was the drill. So you think if they kill, they may kill that warden anyway, whether you let them through or not, they may still kill him. But if you open that gate and you let those inmates out, wow, just imagine the ramifications of that. And so when they break down to us like that, it's like, whoa. So we used to tell the warden, you better not get hostage because you might not make it out of here, you know. But it's true. And the same thing with these officers, these correctional officers in these prisons, they are sacrificing their lives. You know, they're inside the gates with these inmates. And you have thousands of inmates. Don't you know that those thousands of inmates outnumber those officers? I mean, drastically outnumber those officers. So if the inmates decide one day they're just gonna do a rebellion and just rebut against the officers, guess what? There's no way those officers are gonna win against every last one of those inmates. And that's why I say this. You have a lot of good officers. You also have a lot of good inmates. And when they hear stuff about some officer's gonna get jumped, and that officer's a good officer, treat people with respect, they're gonna send messages to the mailroom, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, tell officer that the officers know that they're gonna have a fight on the yard today. Don't tell them not to be out here. They're gonna try and jump him. It's just a ruse to get him." and maybe shank them. I mean, you have good officers, and these good inmates don't want these good officers to be hurt. Why hurt the good officer and make room for another bad officer? But then you have stories where there's a bad officer and there's good inmates, bad inmates, but there's a bad officer. And he's bad to the good ones, and he's bad to the bad ones. And they want to do harm to him. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to send no note to the mailroom on that bad officer. Because the good one's like, he treat me like dirt, I don't care. So I say that to say this, just do your job. That goes for the officers. Don't treat the inmates like their gum stuck underneath your shoe, or if it's poop underneath your shoe that you just stepped in. Don't do it. Be the respectful officer that you signed up to be when you decided to take that position. It is so important that you remain that same person, that you're there to follow the rules and not make your own. Because we don't want inmates to feel they have to rebel against officers. We want the inmates to be able to say, we respect you, officer. We respect your position. We respect you allowing us to be here and do our time in peace. A lot of the inmates, that's all they want to do their time in peace. And that's not the case in a lot of prisons. Now, in the private prisons, I think, to me, the private prisoners have it better than the populated prisons that are structured by FDLC. Excuse me. And the reason why I say that is because we have the private prisons. They have so many different avenues for the inmates. They have educational courses. They even have where they have the dog training program, where the inmates train the dogs, and these dogs end up going out being canine officer dogs, you know? So there's a lot of good things that come out of the privatized prisons, the privatized work camps or whatever, because they believe in educating the inmates. And you have some prisons that all the inmates do all day is just sit in the cell, have no pride about anything that they're doing. In the private prisons, now I'm only speaking from my story. These inmates, they took pride. I mean, you would go in their cells. Excuse me. Excuse me. You would go in their cells and it would be spit clean. I mean, their rooms would be so organized and so in order. Now, again, you did have some that did not care. And those are the ones that probably would be there, I don't know, they didn't care. But for the ones that did care, they were making it easier for them so that they can get out there in the real world. Find a job. Be a productive citizen. So for those that we know we want and that will be out there in the world to be a productive citizen, treat them like they're a citizen while they're in there, so that when they come out, they don't go back in. And that's another one of my stories, and that's from and I started the story out today talking about food, what the inmates eat. And if you guys have family locked up in the prison, and y'all can send them $5 on their books, $5 adds up. It allows them to be able to say, you know what, I don't have to try and trade to get something better and end up sacrificing themselves in the process. You know, let me tell you, it's a do or die in these prison streets. These inmates do whatever they can do to survive. And see, and that's the thing. They do whatever they can do to survive. If they were out there in the real world, they wouldn't have to do that. But because they're locked up behind bars, they have no rights. They're abused. They're the abusers. And that's because that prison system has mentally locked them in. So, you know, I have so much more to talk about. And if y'all willing to hear it, I'm willing to share it. But yeah, worms, protein. Who wants to eat some worms? Not sitting here enjoying a meal. No, I don't. I do not. And I wouldn't want my family member to be locked up and have to endure that either. So when you know better, you got to do better. For the least of me. For the least. For the least. Promostk. Eating good in the neighborhood. Promostk. Promostk. Eating good in the neighborhood. Eating good in the neighborhood. Eating good in the neighborhood. Not the prisons, but in the hood. All right, love you guys. I so appreciate you guys being here and listening to my story. And if you stayed to the end, put a comment below on what you want the next story to be about. Because I did 6 years in prison. And I have a lot of stories. Just remember, just treat these inmates with respect. Even when they get out in the real world, treat them with respect.
Hey guys, it's your girl Shella and Frank. And do not click off this channel yet. We have an unveiling of our outro. Check it out.
And for those of you who don't know me, my name, again, is CHRISSY. So I was told and I was asked by one of my YouTubers, Miss Promostk, eating good in the neighborhood. She actually asked my manager, I was in Hollywood, honey, and she called my manager and she said, you know what, I just need BUGE. I need BUGE to do the theme song to my YouTube channel. And I was in Paris. That's where I was, on the jet, heading to Paris. Did I say I was in Hollywood? Sorry, I was in Paris. So you guys, I am going to do this song. And I'm going to do it how I know how to do it. Okay? So let's go. I am CHRISSY TV. And I am going to sing it my way for Promostk. Okay? Promostk. We're eating good in the neighborhood. 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 You're eating good in the neighborhood. I'm eating good in Hollywood. I'm eating good in Paris. I'm eating good all over the world. Promostk. Ooh. Promostk. To-do-list, honey. I got things to do. I love you so much, Shella and Frank. Goodbye. Drum roll, please. Promostk. Eating good in the neighborhood. Promostk with Frank. STK, eating good in the neighborhood. Eating good, eating good, eating good, eating good, eating good in the neighborhood. Promo STK, promo STK, eating good in the neighborhood. Eating good, eating good, eating good in the neighborhood. Eating good in the neighborhood. Promo STK, eating good in the neighborhood. Hey, hey, hey. I said a promo STK eating good in the neighborhood. Hey, they eating good in the neighborhood. Hey, they eating good in the neighborhood. Hey, I said a promo STK eating good in the neighborhood. Hey, they eating good in the neighborhood. Hey, they eating good in the neighborhood. Hey, get your bib on. I know rib dog. Eating good in the neighborhood can't go wrong. Hey, hey, hey. Promo STK eating good in the neighborhood. Hey, she eating good in the neighborhood. Hey, they eating good in the neighborhood. Hey, I said a promo STK eating good in the neighborhood. Hey, she eating good in the neighborhood. Hey, they eating good in the neighborhood. Hey, thank you for your time. CICITY in the building one more time. Eating good in the neighborhood. Hey, 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 hey. PROMOSTK. Eating good in the neighborhood. Eating good in the neighborhood. PROMOSTK. Eating good in the neighborhood. Eating good in the neighborhood. PROMOSTK. Eating good in the neighborhood. Eating good in the neighborhood. Your outro. PROMOSTK. 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 Eating good in the neighborhood.